paragraph, page 958.
Mhm.
Okay, and our last headword was circumstance, a newer type of lesson.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's start with our revision. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. First question. Which domestic appliance do you feel saves people the most time? Which domestic appliance do you feel saves people the most time? The
Mhm.
domestic
The
appliance
domestic
I feel
appliance
saves
I feel
people.
saves
The
people.
most time
The
is,
most time is washing machine.
I agree. Is there a lack of harmony in a marriage over a long period? What can it lead to? If there's a lack of harmony in a marriage over a long period, what can it lead to? If there's a
If
lack of
there's a
harmony
lack of
in a
harmony
marriage
in the
over a
marriage
long period,
over a long
it can
period,
lead to
it
divorce.
can lead to divorce.
Very good. Why do more road accidents occur when it rains? Why do more road accidents occur when it rains? More road
More
accidents
road accidents
occur when it rains
occur when it rains
because roads
because
are
roads
slippery
are
and
slippery.
motorists find it
Motorists
difficult
find
to
it
see.
difficult to see.
Very good. Does it ever occur to you that perhaps you should adopt a healthier lifestyle? Does it ever occur to you that perhaps you should adopt a healthier lifestyle? Yes or no?
Yes,
It sometimes
it
occurs to
sometimes
me
occurs to
that
me
perhaps
that
I should
perhaps
adopt
I should
a
adopt
healthier
a
lifestyle.
healthier lifestyle.
Very good. Make a sentence with the word cute. Make a sentence with the word cute, please. The baby
The
looks so
baby
cute
looks so
with a
cute
ribbon in
with a
her
ribbon
hair.
in her
I
hair.
thought the shop
I thought
assistant
the shop
was
assistant
cute,
was
but I was
cute,
too
but I
shy
was too
to
shy
introduce
to
myself.
introduce myself.
Very good. What's a beast? What's a beast? A beast
A
is a
beast
large
is
and
a
dangerous
large
animal,
and dangerous animal,
such as a gorilla.
such as a gorilla.
Very good. What do we mean by a grain of sand or a grain of rice? What do we mean by a grain of sand or a grain of rice? By a grain of
By a
sand.
grain of sand,
Mamar, by a
huh?
grain of
A
sand
grain of
or a
sand,
grain
or
of
a grain
rice,
of rice.
we mean one
We
small
mean one
particle
small
of
particle
sand or
of
rice.
sand or rice.
Does your country produce the majority of its grain domestically or does it import most of it? Does your country produce the majority of its grain domestically or does it import most of it? My country
My country
produces the
produces
majority
the
of
majority
its
of
grain
its rain
domestically.
domestically.
Very good. What part of the body is this? What part of the body is this? That part of the
That part
body
of the
is
body
the hip.
is the hip.
Very good. Do the majority of inhabitants in your town live in houses or apartments? Do the majority of inhabitants of your town live in houses or apartments? The majority
The
of the
majority of
inhabitants
the
of my
inhabitants
town
of my
live
town
in.
live in apartment.
Very good. Why is it particularly important for people who live in apartments to be considerate towards their neighbors? Why is it particularly important for people who live in apartments to be considerate towards their neighbors? It's particularly
It's
important
particularly
for people
important for
who
people
live in
who live
apartments
in
to be
apartment
considerate
to be considerate
towards their
towards
neighbors
their neighbors
because
because
loud noise
loud noises
can,
disturb them
very good, one more, because loud noises
because loud noises
can disturb them.
can disturb them.
Very good. Give me an example of the verb draw used with the basic meaning of move. Give me an example of the verb draw used with the basic meaning of move, please. The car drew
The car
away
drove
from the
away
traffic lights
from the traffic
very
lights
slowly.
very slowly.
Very good. Tell me briefly about a marvelous vacation you've had or would like to have. Tell me briefly about a marvelous vacation you've had or would like to have. A marvelous
A
vacation
marvelous vacation
I've had
I
or would
had
like to
was
have.
when I
What
went to
when I went to?
Hakone hot spring
Very
with
good.
my family.
Very good. One more. A
Mm.
marvelous
A
vacation
marvelous
I've
vacation
had
I've
was
had
when I went
was
to
when I went
Hakone
to Hakone hot spring
with
with
my.
my family.
I like it. Okay, next. Do countries near the equator have a very limited annual temperature range? Do countries near the equator have a very limited annual temperature range? Yes. countries
Yes,
near the
countries
equator
near the
have
equator
a very
have
limited
a very limited
annual temperature range.
annual temperature range.
Ragged, which type of film usually produces a wider range of emotions, a drama or a comedy? Which type of film usually produces a wider range of emotions, a drama or a comedy?
A,
A drama
a drama
usually produces
usually
a
produces
wider
a
range
wider
of
range
emotions.
of emotions.
Ragged, is there anyone in this room wearing a necklace or bracelet? Is there anyone in this room wearing a necklace or bracelet? Yes or no?
Oh, no,
There isn't
there
anyone
isn't
in
anyone
this room
in this room
wearing a necklace
wearing a
or
necklace
bracelet.
or a bracelet.
Very good. How many people is your household comprised of? How many people is your household comprised of? My household
My
is
household
comprised of,
is comprised of
one more.
mus-
My
uh,
household
my
is
household
comprised
is
of.
comprised of three people.
Very good. What's your least favorite household chore? What's your least favorite household chore? My least
My
favorite
least favorite
household chore
household
is
chore is doing the laundry.
doing the laundry. Very good.
Mm.
Name some situations in which it's common for people to panic. Name some situations in which it's common for people to panic, please. Some
Some
situations in
situations
which it's
in
common
which it's
for
common
people to
for
panic
people to
are during
panic
an
are
exam,
during an exam,
when performing on
when
stage,
performing on stage,
etc.
etc.
Where if guard dogs hear footsteps in the middle of the night, do they start barking loudly? If guard dogs hear footsteps in the middle of the night, do they start barking loudly? Yes. If
Yes,
guard
if
dogs
guard dogs
hear footsteps
hear
in the
footsteps
middle of the
in the
night,
middle of the
they
night,
start barking
they start
loudly.
barking loudly.
Do burglars tend to avoid burgling properties that have guard dogs? Do burglars tend to avoid burgling properties that have guard dogs? Yes,
Yes,
burglars tend to
burglars
avoid
tend to avoid
burgling properties
burgling with
that
properties
have guard
that
dogs.
have guard dogs.
Very good. What causes certain clothes to shrink when they're washed? What causes certain clothes to shrink when they're washed? Washing at an
Washing at
excessively
an
high
excessively
temperature
high temperature
causes certain
causes
clothes
certain
to
clothes
shrink
to
when
shrink
they're washed.
when they are washed.
Do you think the market for new cars in your country has shrunk in recent years? Do you think the market for new cars in your country has shrunk in recent years? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think
I
the
don't
market
think the
for
market
new cars
for new
in my
cars
country
in my
has shrunk
country are shrunk
in recent years.
in recent years.
Ragged, what do I mean if I say John had a puzzled expression on his face? What do I mean if I say John had a puzzled expression on his face? If you say
If you
John
say
had a
John
puzzled
had a
expression
puzzle
on his
expression
face,
on his
you
face,
mean he
you
looked
mean
confused.
you looked confused.
Ragged, what do we call the top of a mountain? What do we call the top of a mountain? We call
We
the top
call
of a
the top
mountain
of a
the
mountain
peak or
the
summit.
peak or summit.
Ragged, in your part of town, is there a considerable increase in traffic during peak hours? In your part of town, is there a considerable increase in traffic during peak hours? Yes or no?
No,
In my part of
in my
town,
part of
there
town,
isn't a
there isn't
considerable
a considerable
increase in traffic
increase in traffic
during peak hours.
during peak hours.
Wait, what do you feel like doing this evening? What do you feel like doing this evening? I feel like
I feel like watching movie this
this evening.
evening.
Very good. If you had a nasty cold one weekend and didn't feel up to going out, what would you do instead? If you had a nasty cold one weekend and didn't feel up to going out, what would you do instead? If I had a
If I
nasty
had
cold
nasty
one
cold
weekend
one
and
weekend
didn't feel up
and didn't feel
to
up
going out,
to going out,
I'd
I'd read a book instead.
instead.
Mm.
Very good. Do you feel frustrated when you make silly mistakes? Do you feel frustrated when you make silly mistakes? Yes, I
Yes,
feel
I
frustrated
feel
when
frustrated
I make
when
silly
I make
mistakes.
silly mistake.
Very good. Okay. How would you feel if a train you'd hope to catch was pulling out of the platform just as you arrive? How would you feel if the train you'd hope to catch was pulling out from the platform
Mm.
just as you arrive? If a train
If I
I'd hope
train,
to
I'd
catch,
hold a catch.
or more, if a
Huh?
train
If I train,
I'd hope to
I'd
catch,
hope a catch
to catch
to catch
was pulling out
was
from
pulling
the
out
platform
from the
just
platform
as I
just
arrived,
arrived
just as I,
just just
just as
just
I
as I
arrive,
arrived,
I'd feel
I'd feel annoyed.
annoyed. Very good. One more. If a
Mm.
train
If a
I'd
train,
hope to
I'd
catch
hope a
was,
catch
one more.
was
If a train
if a train
I'd hope to
I'd
catch
hope to catch
was pulling out
was pulling
from the
out
platform
from the platform
just as I
just as
arrived,
I
I'd
arrived.
feel
I'd feel annoyed.
very good. Okay. If you dyed your hair a completely different color, would it transform your appearance? If you dyed your hair a completely different color, would it transform your appearance? Yes. If
Yes,
I dyed
if
my
I dyed
hair
my
a
hair
completely
a
different
completely
color,
different
it
color,
would
it
transform
would
my
transform
appearance.
my appearance.
Very good. Under what circumstances do the police decide to restrain someone physically? Under what circumstances do the police decide to restrain someone physically? The police
The
decide
police
to
decide
restrain
to
someone
restrain someone
physically.
physically when the person
Mhm.
might might become violent
Violent
or run away
or tries to run away or tries to run away.
or tries to run away.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Very good.
Hmm.
Let's have new work. Very good. Okay, so let's start. Okay, repeat. Section,
Section
conclusion.
conclusion.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word section is a noun. It is a part of a newspaper, play, book, etc.
Hmm.
For example, in a newspaper, the sports section is usually located at the back.
Hmm.
Conclusion is a noun. It is the act of concluding or finishing someone or the state
Hmm.
of being finished. For example,
Hmm.
we call the final section of an essay the conclusion.
Hmm.
Okay, let's practice. Okay, in a newspaper, where's the sports section usually located? In a newspaper, where's the sports section usually located? In a newspaper,
In a
the
newspaper,
sports
the
section
sports
is
section
usually
is
located at
usually
the back.
located at the back.
What do we call the final section of an essay? What do we call the final section of an essay? We call
We
the
call
final
the
section
final
of
section
an essay
of an
the
essay
conclusion.
the conclusion.
Very good. Okay, next repeat contact lenses.
Contact lenses.
Very good. Okay, listen. Contact lenses are thin piece of round plastic that are worn on
Hmm.
the eye to improve vision.
Hmm.
For example, some people use contact lenses instead of eyeglasses.
Hmm.
Let's practice. Why do some people have a preference for wearing glasses rather than contact lenses? Why do some people have a preference for wearing glasses rather than contact lenses? Some
Hmm.
people
Some
have a
people have
preference
a preference
for wearing
for
glasses
wearing glasses
rather than contact
rather than
lenses
contact lenses
because
because glasses don't irritate their eyes.
very good glasses don't irritate their eyes. Very good. Okay, so now please get your book.
Hmm.
Okay, get your book
Okay.
and open to page 959.
Mm-hmm.
And let's answer
Oh,
world building
word building
exercise.
exercise. Mm-hmm.
Very good. So for each sentence below, change the
Uh-huh.
word printed at the beginning so that it fits correctly into the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's have number one. Now, for
Mm-hmm.
example, the
Uh-huh.
word is luck. So
Luck.
he was blank to win the game. So we changed luck to lucky. He was lucky to
Lucky.
win the game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's start.
Change the
Okay,
word.
number
Mm-hmm.
one, visit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I try.
Okay, sure.
Oh, there was something to eat for the but not
Of
ev-
blank,
ev-
but not
oh,
everyone.
everyone.
So
But
what will
not
you change?
everyone. Oh, there a bit visit. Oh, there was something to eat for the majority of visitor,
Very good.
but not
Visitors.
everyone.
Very good.
Hmm.
Number two, deep.
Oh, deep. The length of the swimming pool isn't important. It's the hmm,
So depth.
depth,
Very
depth,
good. Depth.
depth,
Very good.
depth.
Depth. So it's
T
like
H D D E T H.
That's correct.
Oh,
Depth. Depth.
th. Okay, okay.
Okay, like this. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number three.
Oh, the property is being built quite near the main railway station. Hmm? Oh, the property is being built quite central near
Uh,
the
like
main.
very centrally,
Central,
centrally.
Ly.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, number four. The painting was so that at first I thought it was a photo. Reality.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Real, and then adjective.
Realistic.
Very good.
Tic,
Realistic.
realistic.
Very
Okay.
good. Okay, next, number five.
Number five. Oh, fashion. He thinks those trousers make him look young, and but they don't. But they
Fashion.
don't. Fashion.
Fashion.
Young and fashionable.
Fashionable. Very
Fashionable.
good.
Oh.
Okay, very good. Okay, number
Mm,
six.
number six. Oh, account. She's thinking of becoming an account.
This is,
She
what
is
do you call a
very good
person?
with person. Accountable.
No. What?
Accountable.
What? So
Ah,
account. So what do you call a person that works as an
as
accountant?
account accountant. Wow.
Accountant. I know you know the word
Okay.
accountant.
Thank you. Accountant.
Hmm.
Culture. This film was not a great financial success, but it is of great culture.
Culture.
Cultural.
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 Very good.
Cultural.
Cultural.
Oh, cultural.
Very good.
Cultural. Okay. Raj, I'm thinking of. I'm thinking
I'm
of.
thinking of
Eh?
what's the word that you
Ra.
want to make it big? I want to
I want to. Largest.
and
That
enlarge.
large.
Enlarge. Okay, one more. I'm thinking.
I'm thinking of large photo. Large
So
of
we are making it big. Enlarging.
larging.
Enlarging.
Enlarging.
Hmm.
Oh,
Enlarging the photo.
enlarging. Okay.
Very good.
Enlarging. Oh. Part our efforts to gain the support of the local population have only been a part, part, eh? Partful,
Only
part,
been a
only been a part, partful,
uh,
part,
par- partial
part, partial,
partial
oh,
success.
partial success.
So it means it's not whole, only a
I
part.
I'm not sure.
That's okay. It's just a
Partial.
practice.
I'll check the later.
Hmm.
Partial. Okay.
I just put the answer on the chat box so you can check.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, number
Oh,
10.
number 10. Oh, Sako. He claims he saw a large object with lights on it lying over his garden last night. He
Mhm.
claims he saw a
So it should
large
be an
sock
adjective. A large
object, large
circle.
sock, circle,
How do you make that?
sa,
Circular.
circu- circular,
So it
circular.
means a thing that is a circular thing. Object.
Circular thing, object. Okay,
Very good.
circular,
Circular.
circular. 11.
Mhm.
Forget. I'm rather forget.
Uh,
Sometimes, so I think I'd better write the address down.
okay, so based on this, since I'm rather
Rather for
what? For
forgot to, well,
what?
for
No, what do you
rather
call a person who always forget?
forget, forgot,
Forgetful.
forget, forgetful.
Forgetful.
Oh, forgetful. Wow.
Okay, very good. I'll just put it
Mm.
there. You can review. Okay,
Mhm.
number 12.
Number 12, bore.
For
A good book always helps to relieve the
blank of a
blank
long
of
train
a
journey.
long train journey.
Uh-huh.
Bored, relieve the
Boredom.
boredom.
The
Boredom.
boredom.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Bored.
Boredom.
Boredom. Boredom.
Very good.
Adjective. Adjective.
The boredom. That's correct.
Boredom. Okay. 13. Popular. The po- blank of the show made all the actors famous around the world. The popular popularity
Very good.
popularity of the
Popularity.
show uh, made all the actors famous around the world.
Hmm.
Popularity. Okay. No, stupid. Their behavior was a result of stupid. Result of rather than any desire to cause damage. Their behavior was a result of
Stup-
eh,
stupidity.
stupidity. Stupidity.
Stupidity. Very good.
Oh wow.
Okay, very
Stupidity.
good. Number
Okay.
15.
15. Decide. I am normally decide very decision,
Uh-huh.
but
Like,
uh,
I'm normally
but
fairly
I
decisive.
very decisive. Wow.
Decisive.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's
Decisive.
decisive. Very good. Okay, but very good. So
Oh, thank you for helping me.
it's just your first activity. There will be a lot in this
Oh,
stage.
yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so our reading is at stage 8, paragraph
Mhm.
page 668.
8.
And our last headword was thermometer. Okay, start
Thermometer.
with page 669. Were sensible, reasonable.
Oh,